you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step on.
The Ducks ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have the football first. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
Guys, and I think if you're on offense here, you want to try and change the picture, change the formation and alignment, use motion, try and confuse this defense, or at least force them to communicate to get the matchups they want to get. I think there's opportunities in this offense today with these two big-time targets outside to make some plays, but they got to be versatile, and they got to try to be as multiple as they can.
Gets it to the back. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So Oregon's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Dante Moore, we're expecting a masterclass in quarterback play as these two get set to square off.
And I know Reese already talked about the quarterbacks. These are two really good football teams. Like, I'm excited to watch them throughout the season and where they can go and where they can...
More offense and put trust in your teammates to get it done.
Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Running inside. It's Davison. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Got his man on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right
now. On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Needs it to keep this drive alive. The decision to go to the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Throwing more. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
More play action. Lets it fly. On target to the left. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, I know at the end of last year, a lot of people were wondering what was going to happen with Dante Moore. Was he going in the draft? People were talking about him being the first overall pick after that blowout loss in the playoff to Indiana. He decided to come back, and no one is happier than Dan Lanning at Oregon and the fans. And by the way, this quarterback room now, David, loaded. Of course, they got Dylan Raiola from Nebraska as well.
Yeah, and Dante Moore, to me, like, does he take that next step? And you saw flashes of Dante Moore where it's great. Like, it is elite of elite. The Iowa game a year ago, when you needed it, had to have a play, he can make it. Can he continue to be that guy consistently and not to make some of those mistakes? Because there is no denying this dude's talent. It's upper echelon level.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll line up to go for 2. Motion from the wide receiver. Dante Moore wants to throw again. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been.
Texas 7, Oregon 6. Number 97, set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped. Here's Manning to throw. It's complete to the left. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Coleman's got it on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention the running backs when you bring in 2 who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice third down conversion by the quarterback.
Now on the counter. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Longhorns will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Here's Moore to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Moore with the play fake. Going to take a shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Moore from the gun on third down. He's got him. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. Sends it back in motion. Again, it's Moore. He turns that loose down the right side. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On the direct snap, it's Davison. Across the 35. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
And the Ducks are flying down the field. Dante Moore throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's first and goal at the 9. The Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Moore will throw. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
They'll go play action with Moore. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. How many problems does it cause for an offense when the D can get pressure from its nose tackle?
he's usually a guy that sits in the middle in 2 gaps, and it's really hard to rush the passer, but really nice job using his hands, getting to the quarterback. When a nose tackle gets a sack, everybody gets excited because that guy doesn't get many of those.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Takes the easy one to the back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Hauls it in at the 40. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That last drive, and
Better do something different.
nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore. Here's a heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Moore, play action. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Moore to the air. Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop him. There's no way to coach a defense up against him. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Moore with the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Throwing Moore. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
That keeps the score. Oregon 18, Texas 7.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. Dropping back, it's Manning. Here's the pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Though there are some notable exceptions, typically great pass rushers aren't nose tackles, but that was a great pass rush.
They're not nose tackles usually, those great pass rushers, but they are grown men. I mean, those are some adults in there. Those are the 300-plus pounders that will just destroy you in the run game. But nice job using his hands, using some power to shrink that pocket and get the sack.
And the Longhorns Cards will call on their punt team. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance. Going for the big play. Makes the grab inside the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the zone end. Looking for more room. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to... They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Here's Arch to throw. Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over it.